Hey, who are you calling to knock off Zaku? Bah!
So run, Gundam! Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another review, and today I'm taking a look at this right here, and I absolutely adore this line of figures. This, of course, is the Robot Spirits, or Robot Damashi, Heavy Gundam Ver Anime. These Ver Anime figures are so good. I never really cared so much for Robot Spirits Gundam figures before trying these out. They're just so awesome. I've done a review of a few of them already if you want to check any of those out beforehand, but anyway, let's get right into this one. And before I actually bust this out, I have to say, as usual, this video right here would not be possible without those absolutely awesome people over at HobbyLink Japan. So if you want yourself a Robot Damashi Heavy Gundam Ver Anime of your own, then the link is down there in the description. Now let's get to this. So as usual right here, the packaging is just as you'd expect from a Robot Spirits figure. That means inside we've just got some clear plastic with all of that stuff. And this is really what makes the Ver Anime line so awesome. Not only is the figure awesome because it's got great articulation, these come with a crazy amount of stuff in here. But anyway, first off, let's check out the figure. So there is a quick look at what the Heavy Gundam looks like just out of the box. That is it. I just took it out and left it right there. This thing looks fantastic. Those colors are awesome. And seriously though, what is more awesome than a Gundam with a pair of shades? Look at that. And it's got like some almost red, hot pink armor parts. This thing looks awesome. We've got some minor decaling, which is those little yellow triangles there and up there. The silver is painted in a metallic paint, so that does look quite cool. A lot of the other colors look to be just cast in the color of plastic, like that cool reddish pink right there. And on the whole, this thing looks quite awesome. But if you're like me, the first thing you'll be thinking is, well, how big is this compared to high-grade gunpla? Let's find out. So first off, there it is side by side with the high-grade G40 Gundam, so it's in and around the same size. Next up then, there it is beside the Gundam Mudrock, so once again, it is in the general size range. These are non-scale, and by these I mean the Robot Damashi figures, but it does fit in quite well. And there it is side by side with a high-grade Zaku. So both looks-wise and size-wise, this will definitely match with your high-grade Gundam kits, but there's something about this that really makes it unique, and by this I mean the entire line, and that, of course, is the articulation and the accessories, and let's start right in with the articulation. So all I can say is the articulation on these is, well, it's mind-blowing. Check that out. Already with the neck, it's awesome. So yeah, there's the head all the way up, all the way down. We've got that side to side all the way around. The shoulder armor here can be purged. I'll talk about all that with the purgeable armor later. As for the shoulder, this is just a ball joint, so down, up, all the way around like so. Full rotation here at the upper arm. That bend at the elbow. Pretty nice, could be better. Second point of rotation down here, and generic ball joint right here for the wrist. Round at the back then, this cannon can tilt over the shoulder. The verniers can move on ball joints just like so. The bend at the waist here is blocked, so hey, I guess it is armor purging time, so off with those shoulders. The whole chest armored section can pop off like that, and honestly, I thought this would unlock us a little bit more, so yeah, it's just a couple of ball joints giving us that and that, so not as impressive as I thought we would get from a Ver Anime, hey. Anyway, next we've got a purging crotch. Skirting armor is on ball joints, so moves up like skirting armor usually does. On the sides then, they move up ever so slightly. That's not as much as I expected. And we've got a basic paralyzed butt flap. So anyway, as for the articulation at the waist, there's the kick all the way up, and that's not bad. That is because we do have a moving forward and back drop down mechanism in there inside the waist, which is pretty cool. So once again, that is the kick all the way up to the front. Then there is the double jointed bend at the knee. Very nice. There is that kick out to the side, blocked then by the side skirts, but not too bad. And there we go. That's all you get out to the back because of paralyzed butt flap. Upper leg has that full rotation. Knee armor comes off. You can then remove the armor off the lower leg, just like so. There's a side-by-side of what the armored leg looks like beside the non-armored variant. While we're at it, we can also pop off his shoes, like that and like that. And the ankle armor right there that can pop off, just like so. So now that we're down at the ankles, we've got a ball joint. This armor can move up and down, extension and flexion at the feet, as well as a bend at the toe. So even though the Robot Damashi Heavy Gundam Ver Anime doesn't rock this sort of upper body articulation I hoped it would, like some of the other Ver Anime figures we've looked at in the past, it's still really awesome, especially from the hips down. Once again, not as good as I was expecting, but it's still pretty awesome. So now moving on into the accessories, and here is the Robot Damashi Heavy Gundam with absolutely everything that it comes with, and this box is packing! These figures come with so much stuff, so let's check it out. But hey, wait, what was that? Oh shit, a black tri-stars, high mobility Zaku, what do we do? What do we do? So first up in here we've got some beam effects. This one's for slashing with, no good right now. This one's for the beam saber, no good right now. But hey, we've got a beam rifle beam effect. So this can be used up here in the shoulder cannon, so let's go. Woo, close one right there. Next up in here then we've got a second beam effect. This can be used in a beam saber, and when that's not in use, that can be stored up here on the shoulder like so, just in case that Zaku comes back, which he will. As for hands, we have a set of 10, that is including the pair of holding hands he already has over here. So that's holding hands, some more holding hands, trigger finger holding hands, and 2 different types of widespread expressive hands. Ugh! Seems like that Zaku's on its way back again, so we need some protection, which is this shield right here. This is an awesome looking Gundam shield. So it's got that typical Federation logo there. You just need to pop off this pink piece of armor right here, stick on this alternate part which has a peg on it, and then the shield attaches on, simple as that, and flips down like so. And just in time too. So we're gonna need some firepower to deal with that pesky Zeke, and first up we've got this particularly awesome beam rifle. This right here is extremely nicely detailed. We do have a side-to-side moving sight section. To attach this, you just use one of those trigger finger hands. This is quite rubbery, so it's really easy to attach. And there we go, that right there is what it looks like attached, and hold on! Yeah, you can also use that beam effect with the rifle too. Next up in here then we've got the bazooka, once again incredibly nicely detailed. Moving handle up front which allows it to move side to side like that. The sight section up top can also move side to side like so. The handle section here can drop down and up quite a bit actually, a little more than I expected. But sadly that magazine doesn't seem to be able to be removed. Whoa, but damn it, incoming! Anyway, there is an example of what it looks like attached, and now it's time to blow that filthy Zeke back to the colonies. But, wait a minute, effect parts sold separately, so, no ammo. Well, that was close, and that's pretty much useless. So using this adapter right here, you can pop that on here, and by opening up the butthole back here, it can be stored on there, and that's what it looks like stored around there on the back. But we also have another option. We have a second adapter, which attaches onto the front of the shield, like so. And then that can be attached on, like that. So there is your second option. Yeah, but seeing as it's got no ammo, it's no use to us, so off with that. Anyway, he's looking a bit confused back there, so we might as well take the fight to him. So reaching back, grabbing that beam saber, lining that thing up, and igniting those verniers with the included blue effect parts, we're ready to go. So fly, Gundam! Oh yeah, Robot Damashi figures never come with a stand, so guess he's relegated to the ground. So run, Gundam! And that's it! End of the high mobility Zaku, and victory for the heavy Gundam. But wait a minute, what was that? Wait a minute, that's no Zaku. Gonna need some heavier weapons. Thankfully in here we get the awesome frame launcher. So once again this has some awesome detailing. We got some moving parts back here, which is this flappy, this flappy. This section opens up to allow the arm to go in, closes up like this. And this is a combination of a Gatling gun and a missile launcher. And yeah, unlike the bazooka, we've got some ammo this time. So let's rock! So to attach this off with this wrist armor, open this up. This then clips onto the arm. So finally there's what it looks like attached, and now it's time to hunt and knock off Zaku.
Hey, who are you calling to knock off Zaku? Bah!
At this point, it is worth noting that those effect parts can be used in the feed for those evasive maneuvers. And as for what the frame launcher is rocking when it comes to effect parts, we've got a awesome shooting effect part for using with the Gatling gun down on the bottom. This looks absolutely awesome. You can actually move this around and align it so it looks like it's shooting from different barrels of the Gatling, which is awesome. And if that just isn't enough to bring down your hulking adversary, we've also got 4 red missiles in here, as well as the 2 effect parts for using with it. So to fire these off, you just pop off the front of the launcher, take these out, pop the front back on, and they attach in just like so. And they look absolutely spectacular. So let's see what old One Eye thinks about it. Anyway, that right there is it for the review, and all I can say is I absolutely adore these figures. Because it is a figure, I'm not actually going to give it a tier because there's nothing really to, I guess, hold it against, but all I can say is when it comes to Gundam figures to play around with, make scenes, especially old school anime scenes, things with a lot of action, loads of effects, etc., there is nothing compared to these right here. They're small scale, easy to pose, solid, have so much stuff, and I absolutely adore these. When it comes to Gundam figures, these are without a doubt my favorite, especially when it comes to playing around with them, as you could probably tell from the video. But anyway, if you do want one of your own or for any Ver anime figure, check out that link down there in the description and you will not regret it. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to come back for more Gundam reviews, and I will see you next time. As always, I cannot finish this video right here without thanking each and every one of you guys who watches my videos. Whether you just watch them, like them, share them, or support me on the channel memberships and Patreon like Craig Jerry, Kaiser721, Bolwick, Tyler Sanders, Caleb Engelhart, and Hank Handsome.